Okay, after much pain, I have finally discovered the secret behind the perfect fudgy brownie that is insanely good, has that beautiful crinkle top, and isn't cloyingly sweet. So to start off, you want to preheat your oven to 160 degrees Celsius with the fan on, and grease and line an 8-inch square cake tin. I'm greasing mine with some homemade cake release, but you can just use a little bit of butter for this too. And I'm also lining my cake tin with a piece of baking paper, just to make sure our fudgy brownies come out in one piece. Set that aside, and next you want to cut up 3/4 of a cup or 105 grams of 50% dark chocolate. So I'm just cutting mine into largish chunks, and I really recommend using a dark or semi-sweet chocolate because this is going to make sure your brownies aren't too sweet. So add your chopped chocolate to a bowl, and in that same bowl sift in 3/4 of a cup of all-purpose flour and half a teaspoon of salt, and then just mix that all together until well combined. Set this aside for later, and in a microwave-safe bowl, add in half a cup or 100 grams of unsalted butter, a 1/4 cup of unflavored vegetable oil, 2/3 of a cup of cocoa powder, half a cup of packed soft brown sugar, 1 teaspoon of coffee powder, and 1 teaspoon of vanilla. Now just give that a little mix. It won't fully mix properly, but that's okay. And then just pop it in the microwave for 20-second bursts at a time, giving it a mix in between each burst until everything is fully melted together. And we want it to be hot to the touch so that we bloom our cocoa powder. I also found that melting some of the sugar helps to achieve that crinkle top, which is why I added the brown sugar into this mixture. Once that's done, set that aside to cool, and in another bowl you want to add in 1 cup of white granulated sugar and 2 large eggs. And then using a hand or stand mixer, mix that together for 3 minutes on a medium-high speed until it's light and creamy. By incorporating air into our batter, it's going to give us a super fudgy brownie that isn't too heavy. I also found that whipping the eggs also helped to create that crinkle top. Okay, now next you want to add your melted chocolate mixture to your whipped eggs and gently fold that in with a spatula. If you mix it too vigorously, you're going to get rid of that air that we just worked hard to create. Now once that's folded in, add in your pre-mixed dry ingredients with the chocolate, and again gently fold that through until just combined. It's really important not to overmix the batter, otherwise your brownies will be more cakey as opposed to fudgy. And now I'm just pouring the batter into our pre-prepared cake tin and then giving the tin a little shake to distribute the batter evenly, and a few light bangs to get rid of any large air bubbles. And now this is going to go into the oven for 22 to 25 minutes, depending on how fudgy you want your brownies to be. I'm going for 22 minutes today. And when you pull them out of the oven, they should have this beautiful shiny top, and when you poke a toothpick in it, it should come out dirty. Baking time is key here, so do not overbake the brownies, otherwise they're going to end up more cakey. And then once they're done, you just want to let them cool in the tray for about an hour or so to firm up. And then when it's ready, I'm running a thin knife around the edges to release my brownie from the tin, and then using my baking paper to lift the brownie out. I honestly just cannot tell you how incredible these smell right now. Now all that's left to do is simply cut these into little pieces, and then they're ready to eat. Okay, just look at how fudgy these are. I probably should have cut these on a chopping board, but it's okay, I'm just doing it slowly, but don't do this at home. Oh my god. It just so effortlessly kind of breaks into your mouth, and it's got this really deep, rich flavor to it, which is really nice because it kind of cuts through some of that sweetness. It's so good. If you try out this recipe, don't forget to leave a review on my blog. It really helps more people reach my content, and I love hearing from you guys. I'll see you in the next video.